Yo, what's up, everyone? I thought I would be more interactive with everyone, and today I want us to talk about supplements. Ignore the awkwardness of this video. I haven't done something like this. I am socially awkward, so this will be an awkward video. So put your awkward belt on. Okay, so you obviously can't talk about supplements without addressing the fact that some people believe that taking supplements automatically results in you getting bigger, gaining muscle, which is actually not the fact. I mean, if you're taking supplements and you're chilling at home, continuing to eat whatever it is you're eating, donuts or whatnot, even if you're not eating anything, the point is supplements won't make you muscular. The gym does. Supplements are exactly as the word says, supplements. They're here to supplement what you're eating. Now the problem with most of us, I know with myself also, is that I can't afford to eat the food that has the adequate amount of proteins, so that's where supplements come in. Okay, so talking about supplements, the way I usually approach it on deciding which supplements to take and when advising people who come to me and ask me what supplements do you recommend, how I usually approach it is looking at a person's metabolic rate. Now obviously you can't just automatically calculate the metabolic rate of a person. I mean, there are multiple factors that contribute to one's metabolic rate. I mean, there are machines at the gym sometimes that help people calculate their metabolic age, but the way I usually look at it, okay, so going back, metabolic rate. Metabolism is the process, it's divided into two things, catabolism and anabolism. Anabolism is the process of building up, which is like building up proteins, building up carbohydrates, building up and storing fats, and catabolism is the breakdown of those to provide energy. So the process, it's a whole biochemistry topic on its own. I don't want to bore you with that. Metabolism, anabolism, catabolism, and then there is the idea of a metabolic rate. So you'll often hear people saying they have a fast metabolic rate, that's why they are not gaining weight, and some say they have a slow metabolic rate, that's why it's easy for them to gain weight. So the whole idea behind that is that your body is breaking down nutrients. When you say you have a fast metabolic rate, your body is breaking down these carbohydrates and proteins way faster than it's building them. There are some pathological diseases when you get such things where your body is breaking down way faster than it's building, such as hyperthyroidism, where people have increased appetites and they eat a lot, but then they are not gaining weight. I'm sure we know a couple of people who have the same problem, who claim to have the same problem. Oftentimes people who say I eat a lot but I don't gain weight don't really eat that much. I mean, eating 2 slices 6 times a day and not gaining weight doesn't count for you as having a high metabolic rate. But there are some people who actually do have a fast metabolic rate. I, for one, find it very difficult to put on weight. For example, people with hyperthyroidism, they sweat easily, which is also obviously my problem. But I assure you, I don't have hyperthyroidism. I've looked at all the possibilities as to why I sweat this much. Like, even by looking at the sun, boom, I'm sweating. So that's why I also believe I have a fast metabolic rate. I sweat easily, but then with hyperthyroidism, it's a pathologic process. So I don't have hyperthyroidism. Okay, so to make it simple, let's say there are people with fast metabolic rates who eat a lot but find it difficult to gain weight, and then there are people with a slow metabolic rate who eat very little and gain weight easily. Those are the people who, by just the smell of a burger, they're putting on a kg or two. Yeah, I'm joking. That doesn't really happen. But yeah, no. Okay, first up we have hyperbolic mass gain. This is a USN product. Just a disclaimer, they're not paying me, so I'm not trying to sell you anything, so you can continue watching. I know how people hate it when people are trying to sell them stuff. This is USN hyperbolic mass gain. It has a shitload of calories. I'd recommend it for the person who finds it really difficult to gain weight, who feel they eat a lot but then they're not gaining weight. So we can say, for instance, those are the people who have a high metabolic rate, that their bodies are breaking down the calories way faster than they're being stored. So because you're overloading them with calories with this one over here, you're overloading your body with calories. Even though it's trying to break them down fast, it just can't break all of them down, so it's forced to store some of the calories, and then that's where you gain your weight. So it also has proteins, it also has amino acids and all that. So if you've covered the aspects of the calories, that your body is well fed, like the energy sources for everything else to occur, like your digestion, like your day-to-day activities, that protein supply has been that energy source has been given by the loads of calories, then the remainder of it all is then stored. Because what you'll find is that if your body is breaking down stuff way more faster than it's building them, you'll be eating during the day and it will break down your calories. If those calories are not enough, it will break down your proteins, and then you're not giving your muscles enough proteins to be stored and converted into muscle. So that's why those people often find it hard to gain muscle mass. So this is helpful in that it has high calories, so it allows the remainder of the proteins and the amino acids to be converted into muscle mass. Yeah. Okay, so secondly, we have anabolic growth or fast growth. This one has high proteins, more than calories. I recommend it for the people who feel like they eat little and gain a lot. So your calories are already enough for your body to build up. So now you're just giving it the appropriate amount of proteins that it needs to build muscle. Yeah, it has high proteins. Now the problem, not really a problem for some people, but for me as a student, the problem with this is that it's way more expensive as compared to your hyperbolic. I guess it's the proteins in it that makes them so expensive. So this is about like what, 600, and this is like 400 to 500 rands. Yeah, that's anabolic. I'd recommend it for those people. And then we have my absolute favorite, whey protein. Now whey protein is probably the best thing you can be on if you're working out and you want to gain muscle. As it says, it's oh shit. Okay, usually it's like 100% whey protein, but then this one's just whey protein. But nevertheless, it has the highest protein content as compared to the two I just showed you. And the good thing about it is that whey protein has a very high absorption rate, so when you're taking it in, most of it is absorbed rather than you taking it in and it going out the other direction, if you know what I mean. Now the problem with this, especially for someone like me who's a student, is that it's a shitload expensive. Like for 2 kg you get it for like $400. Now you see the dilemma when you can get the same, when you can get 5 kg, when you can get 5 kg of hyperbolic mass gain with just $400. That becomes a problem. But this one, if you can afford it, I would recommend that you go on whey protein, not just USN whey protein, any whey protein. Yeah, if it were by me, I'd be on whey protein all the time, but then because of finances and whatnot, I end up eating all these supplements. Okay, so those were things that you take to supplement your meals. As we said, supplements are just to supplement your meals. If your meals are not enough in proteins, or you can't afford all the steaks, all the chickens, all the fish, the protein supplements are that they are to supplement your protein intake. There's no secret ingredients in there that miraculously gives you muscles. I mean, out of all the ingredients is here, there's nowhere where they say muscle. There's no muscle ingredients here, so you have to put in the work in the gym to sort of get where you want to be, not just by taking the protein shakes. So that's it about protein shakes. Now what we have here, the last one out of my collection, not my collection actually, I actually had to borrow this one because, like I said, expensive. I can't afford it. I'm a student, I'm broke, y'all don't want to subscribe, so I had to borrow this one. I might end up having to do those makeup videos if I remain this broke and y'all don't want to subscribe. Okay, so here we have BCAAs, Baka Amino Acids. This has to be one of my favorite during workout supplements. I've used it a couple of times. If you're a broke ass nigga like me, then it is expensive, but if you're financially okay, then it's not really that expensive. It's like 200 bucks. This is really good. I've used it, as I mentioned. It improves your strength, it improves your endurance. You can actually feel the difference. Every time I'm on this, I can actually feel the difference at the gym. Unlike some of the supplements where you take them and you still feel pretty much the same, you can't see any difference in your body or your workouts. This, I found the difference. Baka amino acids increase your endurance, increases your strength. If you take it afterwards, it also helps with recovery. I mean, we all know those pains that after gym pain that you get a day or two after your workout, so this helps very much. That's it from my collection of supplements. There are other supplements. It is important to mention that shakes or supplements are not FDA regulated, so they don't actually go through a trial where they use humans to test what kind of side effects you get from these proteins. No one specifically regulates them and says, okay, this product is good to go on the shelves. People just put them out there. I could start a protein shake company and call it whatever and put whatever in it, and if the stores can sell them, then they will be sold to you. So that's the thing. If you have like some sort of medical condition, maybe consult with your doctor. I'm not a doctor, I'm a student, so don't consult with me. I'm joking. You can ask any questions if you want. I'll be more than happy to help. Yeah, so that was my supplement talk. Please do subscribe, like, share, leave a comment below, do whatever. And from my side, that's it. Alright, see you guys. Do I? Peace. What? Ah, fuck. Okay. Maybe. Yeah, no, don't do that again. Okay, wait. Wiping sweat break. I told you I sweat a lot. Don't judge me. Okay. Yep. Back at it. Now let's talk about something.